All right, so my name is Breyon Sommerville. My stage name is one of many, so I do music, hip hop music. I'm also a poet, so I do poetry. Maybe next year I could do some of my poetry for y'all instead of reading. So the title of the book again is Saving American Beach. So just off listening to that, what y'all think this book gonna be about? Saving America's Beach. Okay. Anybody else outside of the obvious? What do y'all think needs saving in the beach or at the beach? What needs? Sea animal. Go ahead.
Picking up litter.
Picking up litter. Certain things happen and it causes certain effects. Global.
Warming.
Okay, Mr. Pickett, I see you. All right, so let's just get started. Saving American Beach, the biography of an African-American environmentalist, Mavenie Besh. As a girl, Mavenie Besh loved the beach. She loved the whoosh of its waves, its blue sky stretching forever, and the creatures swimming in the tangy sea. But Mavenie couldn't go to just any beach. Because of her skin, silken and butter brown, she couldn't eat in most restaurants or visit most bathrooms. There was even a rope in the ocean. One side said color, the other side said white. Something must be done, her great-grandfather said. And so, Mr. Abraham Lincoln Lewis bought a beach. It was an ocean, paradise, where his family and other black people could swim, picnic, and build sand castles. He even believed the beach should be open to everyone. In no time, American Beach was hopping. Mavenie adored her beach. At water's edge, the sandy shore became a stage. For each performance, the wind whispered an endlessly melody of gulf cries and laughter. It made her heart sing. When she grew up, Mavenie discovered the same music in opera. She left her beloved beach to sing stories around the world. From London to Berlin, audiences sprang to their feet demanding an encore, encore, we want more. Brava, they cried, beating the stage with their hands, whipping velvet curtains into rippling waves. She was good. But after the crowd went home and the stage lights dimmed, she longed for her beach. When her mother became sick, she packed up her suitcase and returned home to care for her mother. Mother love. Soon after her mother died, Mavenie spent her days sitting along the shore, wrapped in a blanket of sadness. She sat and sat. So much had changed since her girlhood days on American Beach. Summer houses crumble, bleach white as fish bones, plastic bags littered in duns, tangled in seagrass. The rope was dividing the ocean had disappeared. There was no more need for a place like American Beach. Determined to save what remained, Mavenie became the caretaker of American Beach. She picked up the trash, planted trees, and remembered colorful stories about in early days when Zola Nealon Hurston sunbathed on the sand, and Ray Charles juked the local joints. She made American Beach her home. Each morning she bathed in the Atlantic Ocean. Each night she went to sleep on a chasey lounge to a lullaby of lapping waves. When she needed to think, she climbed atop the beach, foot high in Dune, her sacred place. One of the tallest dunes in American East Coast. Strong and soft, she named it Nana, a Ghanaian word for grandmother. Before long, builders eyed American Beach as a perfect place for condos. The staccato of jackhammers replaced the whoosh of waves, trilling backhoes silenced the wind endless melodies. Mavenie was brokenhearted. Nana cried out to her in her dreams. Something must be done. She drew a line in the sand. Mavenie was saving more than the beach. She pinned protest buttons to her clothes, wore seashell necklaces, and in a burst of creative protest, she grew her hair. 7 feet long and knotted together, a thick rope of silver gray. She draped it over her arm and carried it around in a suitcase. Some days, her hair reminded her of an elephant's trunk. On other days, the curve of the river in Africa. It was hard to tell where the beach lady stopped and her beach began. The madder she grew, the braver she got. She squabbled with city commissioners, wrote letters to lawmakers, and marched to Tallahassee to fuss at the government. Her letters were unanswered. The beach lady stood in the scorching heat alone. No one cared what the prima donna of protest had to say. More than a few questions the beach lady's demands. Others were proud of her pluck. Years passed. Soon, all that was left was a silver of sand cocooned by palmettos, hugged by live oaks. People missed the beach. That's beautiful though. It's beautiful. The beach lady inspired others to write their own letters and paint their own picket signs. Together, they petitioned the President George W. Bush to sign a law protecting American beach forever. When the beach lady passed, friends and family scattered her ashes on Nana. Her wish came true. She spent forever enjoying American beach, where a piece of paradise remains and the melodies continue. A note from Hetty. Dear readers, American Beach is an important site in American history. Even though importing slaves was outlawed in 1807, Spanish ships continued to smuggle human cargo into the United States. If British or U.S. ships attempted to stop them, the smugglers dumped the slaves overboard, their bodies washed ashore on the beach. It was the same shore just north of Jacksonville, Florida, that would become American Beach. In the 1930s, Abraham Lincoln Lewis, founder of Florida's first insurance company and the state's first African-American millionaire, bought the beach for his friends and family to enjoy and gave it the name, American Beach. So what is one highlight y'all remember from this book?
Segregation.
Segregation. What'd you say?
She was famous.
She was famous for?
Cleaning the beach.
She was famous for cleaning the beach and?
Making the beach.
Her what?
Making the beach.
Who said that? Who said that? Say it again.
Oh, me singing.
Singing, opera. Yep, that was great. That was great. One thing that stood out to me about the book was she left. She grew famous. Everybody was loving her, but she yearned for the things that was priceless. Just the space, the vibes, the area. She wanted the beach. She traveling, everybody singing, standing ovations. She's great. But all she wanted was to be back in a place that she felt like family mattered, love mattered, and taken care. But when she got back there, nobody felt the same way about the beach as she did. They left it raggedy, the water wasn't watering, you know. So she made this to herself, brought it back to life, and then what happened?
Everybody started coming.
And then what happened?
Oh, people started, what is it called? Putting papers to the government to keep the beach alive.
True, they start building condos. They start building properties on the land, on the beach. So they couldn't go there and enjoy it no more. So she was heartbroken because the space that they call safe and a place that they can come together and, you know, just feel good, now turned into like property management and apartments on top of it. Sort of like what happens in Madison right now. Everywhere we look is new condos and not really like preserving the land to be able to go outside and enjoy the land. They find ways to make money off the land, so she didn't like that. Read your heart out. Every chance you get, please read. It is important. If you got to record yourself reading so you can play it back, watch yourself, see how good you are, what areas you need work on. Read aloud, read to people. I'm telling y'all, it's not going nowhere. This reading, words, letters, it's not going nowhere. It's going to be around for the rest of our life. So the sooner we take this serious, the better we'll be. The more words we learn, we understand different forms of communication. You got corporate, professional, you got urban, you got all type of ways to communicate. But the more words you learn, you won't be able to get lost in those conversations. People won't be able to say words where you be like, oh, what does that mean? And that's okay. If you don't know a word, please ask. Can you tell me what's that word mean? Is there another simple word to say that word? Right? Those matter, right? The way we communicate creates confidence. So again, my name is Breyon Sommerville. I was recommended to come here to read to you guys from Gino, Mr. Ricky. Thank y'all for your time, and I'll see y'all next year. Well, I'll be back here next year for Read Your Heart Out. So if y'all come back to read to, you know, the younger generation, great for y'all. Let's make some time to do it. Hopefully we can read together. All right? No doubt. Thank you.